Okay, normally if you have this simple design where you have some sort of web system, copper web, and then you use the same energy to charge up their number system and throw it back into the sensors. They have no batteries. These are RFID chips. Anyway, the same principle can be applied into the into a system. Have a web system of copper and capture the magnetic field waves, which they have different kinds. They have the stuff they use for satellites, radio frequencies, cell towers, Wi-Fi, all these different kinds of types of electromagnetic fields are, they can be captured by these copper wires, and then as these waves hit the copper wires, they get absorbed through the copper wires, and then they go through the copper wire, and you can have a light dial. It'll light up, same as when you walk into a store sensor RFID. As you walk by, this will light up. But if you have a larger system, extremely large, you could capture these waves in the air. You could have you could charge these energies and turn them into they'll turn into electrical energy, and you can have resistors to resist the amount of energy, so it doesn't burn out your electrical system. And then in this case, you only have one resistor, and then the rest goes into the battery. So pretty much you have some sort of collecting the energy from the air. So the waves hit the copper, get absorbed, get transferred to the copper into the battery. In this case, this simple design actually does work. There's a gentleman somewhere on the internet and on YouTube. They did this. They designed this. They put a resistor. I don't know the amount of resistor they used, and they had a diode, light diode, and it actually works when you go walk into any store that has RFID sensors. They throw these energy as you walk by, but instead of charging RFID, they designed this thing where it captures the energy, and light diode lights up, and resistor actually wasn't connected to any battery. It was just connected to itself. This resistor in a light diode didn't have no battery, so I'm only adding a battery system for a larger, extremely large project like a football field, for example, size, where you have all this copper wire collecting the waves from the air, and then that transfers that energy into the battery. But you need a resistors to resist the energy so it doesn't burn out your electrical system. But anyway, or some sort of system. But anyway, the concept's pretty simple. You have these tower copper wires where they absorb the electrical magnetic fields of all different kinds of communications, and they go straight to the battery. Like I said, I'm not it's just a simple concept. It's obviously on a larger scale. We know the smaller scale actually works. I just mentioned it that somebody on YouTube designed this system. They used a light diode and they used a resistor, but then it wasn't attached to a battery. It was just connected to itself. In other words, the resistor straight to the light diode, and that's it. With no battery connected. In this case, I'm just adding a battery for a larger concept, like a football field of antennas or copper antennas or something that collect the waves and then transfer those waves into electrical energy. But it's very simple, and I'm wondering that 5G may be used as that purpose. 5G waves are very powerful, and they could be absorbing copper and then transfer that into energy. Maybe drone systems that don't need no batteries, or some sort of technology that so you're actually throwing energy into the air. So maybe self energized drones that don't need no charging up or something. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going around, so it's just a concept.